Hello, CSI Golden Eagles. Welcome to episode 36 of The Knowledge Nest. My name is Reed Hepler, and I'm the Digital Initiatives Librarian. The past 2 weeks, we've talked about finding research topics and finding good research sources and evaluating those sources, and also saving them in EBSCO and using them to navigate to other sources. And now we're going to take a step back and talk about how to find a particular topic or deciding what aspect of a topic or an event or a movement to research and to focus on for your research project or your presentation or whatever you're going to do. The good thing is that essentially what you're trying to do when you're creating any type of presentation or project is find information, and topic finding and topic determining and researching are essentially the same no matter what you're trying to make. Different formats still have information. So even if you have a video that you're wanting to make, you still want to look at books and articles and things. And so finding that subject and then researching various formats is very important and a very good use of your time. So before we start into that, we have some announcements. We have our next book club that's going to happen in October. Our book club on Thursday, last Thursday, was amazing. We had a lot of people come. Thank you for participating in that and doing that. We've had several people participate with the library trivia of the week. And so please come and answer that question if you can. And we have a lot of activities. We hosted the Hispanic student leadership group that came in. That was very fun to have all of them here and give them a tour of the library. And we led them on a little scavenger hunt and stuff. And we are excited to have a lot of other programming. Whatever you guys would like to have, talk to us about it. I also want to announce that we have a staff picks and recommendations presentation that Allison set up. We have that happening, and all of the librarians and all the staff members have selected 2 or 3 items to recommend to you guys. Some of us have gone with the October kind of spooky theme. Others have gone with general, like some have split their recommendations between both topics. But we hope that we at least can inspire you to read some items that you haven't read before, or kind of branch out and read some topics that you haven't read before. Additionally, we have a book art exhibit that is up, and that's going to be fantastic. Please come and see that. We are excited to feature artwork from all types of artists. As you can see, we have the Fourth Wall Art Gallery, but this is a group of students who have all banded together and created a unique and consistent type of art and expressed different ideas and viewpoints with that art form. So come and see how one art form or one method or media can be used to express all different ideas. Really, really exciting and inspiring as well. Now on to the topic of the week. We have basics of research, choosing a topic, and we're going to talk about choosing a topic specifically and then the keywords that go into that topic. And this is on the guide to research. And then we're going to put it into practice in EBSCO. And I thought we could have EBSCO and this on the same screen so that you can see it in action and see what happens. And if you would like us to create similar things for different topics or help you find tables of or create a list of keywords, we're always here to help you create those. We love research. Ross and I especially love to help with keywords and research topics and subjects. So please reach out to us. As you can see, the finding quality sources, like we have done in the past few weeks, is the third step in the research process. The first one is choosing a topic and doing some background reading. And the importance of choosing a topic is you need to choose something that will give you enough background reading. For instance, if you have too many keywords in a research thing, like let's do and India and England. We have 4 different keywords, kind of related. 2 of them are countries, 2 of them are religious groups. And we have 115,000 articles, but there aren't that many that are exactly related to what we want. Because we had so many keywords, they kind of just went with general things that would have all those words. So we have some encyclopedia things. We have something about famine in India that would only tangentially refer to all of these different things. We can sort through it by relevance or sort through it through filters. But the best thing is to have a specific subject with specific and limited keywords and strategically phrased searches. So let's start about choosing a general topic first. A lot of times we don't know what to talk about. We don't know what to write about. We don't know what we want to present. Sometimes we don't think the subject we want to do will be engaging. Other times we just don't want to come up with the effort. I know sometimes I've been having a research project and I have been for 1 or 2 days. I don't really want to do something. And so having a good research and a good kind of brainstorming session with yourself is good. What factors should you consider? You should pick subjects that are interesting to yourself, significant to a broader area, and significant in that it has influenced multiple people or that it's important to multiple people. Whereas Twin Falls is significant when you're a group of people looking for Twin Falls. But the history of Twin Falls, or religious groups in Twin Falls, or service-oriented groups in Twin Falls, things that have a broader area and a subject that's associated with it, that would be more significant to a research topic. Something that's answerable. Can you find it with your research strategies that you have and that the library can give you? Sometimes you can find it in EBSCO. Other times you'll have to go through other databases. And right now you probably want to stick with EBSCO. That's a pretty basic database. But you can go with other ones, but you want to find something that you can answer. Focused. Related to the answer thing, you want to pick something that will be focused enough that you can answer it in the time or the word space or the page space allotted. It should not be too complex, but it should be complex, something that has more than 1 or 2 answers. A yes or no question is not what you want to do, unless it's something that has a lot of factors in it, and you want to write an argumentative paper rather than an evidence-based paper. But there are varying topics, what exactly is evidence-based, etc. But in any case, have it be somewhat complex, but also concise. Concept mapping, like we have right here, is something that's done when you're trying to find related topics. And so this has provided Streetlinks Data a way that you can do that. And so potentially you can build your search when you're doing that. And you can actually have a search in the concept map and search for a topic there. That'll be kind of interesting. So let's think about a topic. What do we want to research? Well, we have the Twin Falls area. We're in Twin Falls. We can talk about agriculture in the Twin Falls area. And since these are 2 words, maybe I'll consider them as one, but maybe it won't. And so let's see what we can do. And we have 11,000 things. A lot of things. Twin Falls. Something as recent as September 18th with the quagga mussel infestation. And so maybe we can talk about agriculture and quagga, or we want to talk about general agriculture, or we want to go through quagga mussels in Twin Falls. We could, in searching, you can find a different topic you want to find. So we can do it by the year, or we can, again, just specifically quagga mussels, or specifically wheat in Twin Falls, or potatoes in Twin Falls. Never know. And so that's where keywords comes into play. And here we have a subject of e-cigarettes and cancer and smoking, and there's a search topic, something you would put in Google, will I get cancer from smoking e-cigarettes? And then you can narrow it down. What's the keywords from that? Well, cancer is one, e-cigarettes is probably the first one, and smoking or vaping. E-cigs, for e-cigarettes, there's variations. And so sometimes you would write that as, if you want to do e-cigs, you could do e-cig and then an asterisk, because it's going to do e-cigarettes and it's going to do, other things like that. Asterisk means multiple things will follow, but these characters, E-CIG, are the ones that need to be in there. And so you can do e-cig and cancer. Yeah, see? E-cigarette, cancer, cigarette, e-cigarettes. And so finding keywords are important. What should you do to find out keywords? I pick topics, but that's because I kind of know I can distill in my mind what keywords I need to do and use when I'm researching a question. But you want to come up with a question. And so when you come up with keywords from your question, you may have to put them in a different order than what you want to do. Internet search engines look at main words and skip stop words, which we talked about in another episode. Stop words are and, or, it, the, with, words that don't really have a subject or a directional meaning. Articles, pronouns, and prepositions. And they linked to the stop words that you can find in EBSCO databases. Again, you can go to connect.ebsco.com and it will have the stop words. Here are the 3 steps to find and distill the keywords. State your question or your topic, write it down. Write it how you would in a Google search. That's a good way to state your question. What are the keywords in that topic? And then what are synonyms, related terms, antonyms that you can exclude using the not Boolean keyword? For instance, bread can be sourdough, whole wheat, muffins, pretzels. Chair can be recliner, high chair, rocker, overstuffed, lazy boy. Don't forget brand names, sometimes with like Kleenex or Xerox. Brand names can replace generic terms. Southern United States would be a more apt phrase. Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, musical instruments. You can be more specific or general. You can talk about specific sections. And this is a table. So you have your topic, you have your keywords, and then you have your related keywords. I can't say that I agree with every synonym or keyword, and I would maybe start by rephrasing these questions like we talked about, but these are really good guides for this. Starting your question, if you can't find up a question or if you can't find good keywords, start with the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Why do e-cigarettes cause cancer? What chemicals in e-cigarettes cause cancer? If we're talking about agriculture or quagga mussels, my keyboard is acting up. So you'll get to see this in real time. Snake River needs to be in quotes and should be capitalized. Always put your Booleans in all caps and quagga mussels. And here we have 288 results that have talked about the Snake River and quagga infestation. Mostly these are news things, in fact, probably almost exclusively, but they're still current. You can use news articles in certain types of research. And so we'll talk more about what types of news things or press releases or stuff you can use and in what context you can use them next week. But here's the search results for that. And so we could say, when did quagga mussels invade the Snake River? Where are the areas that quagga mussels are mostly in the Snake River? And etc. And so this is kind of a guide to show you how to find good keywords, how to develop research questions, and how to take the keywords and the synonyms of those and put them into good search inquiries for databases. Ross can also help you with this. We also have the guide to research that you can look at, and you can always email me and ask for another episode on another related topic or something like that. In future weeks, I'm going to talk about different topics. I'm eventually going to talk about, science fiction and fantasy, the development, the history of these genres. And because we are an academic library, but we also have a lot of fiction and a lot of different topics. And I am a historian, and I love talking about the history of things. So we can talk about the history of genres, the history of different fields, academic fields, scientific fields, etc. This won't turn into a history podcast, but I think that knowing the history of genres and fields and movements and things can be very helpful to how we understand where we are today and how we research them. So I hope that this has been very helpful, and I will see you next week here on The Knowledge Nest.